going on, y'all? Jimmy Macrum, Marcus Cash, SP3. It's time for the All Elite recap for January 13th, 2021 of AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. This was New Year's Eve
Bash.
New Year's Smash Night 2.
Night 2. I loved this episode in a vacuum, from start to finish, in a vacuum. I was here for almost all of it. First of all, the night started with a video package, which I'm here for, quite frankly. Almost like a real wrestling company. It's a big matchup, so you do a video package to start things off, and then here we fucking go. It was Pac versus Kingston.
Yes.
First of all, I told Cash this, and I can't explain how I would do it. I don't know how yet. But if I had a wrestling company, I would start with Eddie Kingston. I don't know how, because he's not a great wrestler. He's not super imposing. The charisma, the presence, not just a video package. The charisma, the presence, I would figure the rest out. I would surround him with a bunch of Chris Benoit's before the murder, a bunch of Eddie Guerrero's. I would just do it. I would figure it out. I don't know how. Fuck it. And Pac's, I guess, because Pac was amazing.
Yes. Oh, Pac he's so good. He's just, everything he does as a professional wrestler in the ring is just so on point, but I totally agree with you with Eddie Kingston. He was more the star of this match to me, from his facial expressions to he can get over with a facial expression. This guy is made of something that I don't know of. That's what a lot of this match was, with him hitting Pac and Pac getting angrier and angry. He's like a mini Hulk. It's like ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, Eddie Kingston was masterful with his facial expressions, even though he took like maybe 15% offense in this match.
Yes.
Mostly Pac whooping his ass.
He got his ass kicked mostly. That was fun. Yeah, okay.
If you want to, is it else?
I was just going to talk to finish, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it's, I'm glad it's SP3 that you used the Hulk reference. Pac is the kind of person I build around. He's got the look, he's got the ability. I like his promo, this and that. That being said, Eddie Kingston has been if you believe in that kind of thing, a godsend for this company also. I love this, yes. Start to finish for the whole show, but particularly because of this match, that promo at the beginning was fantastic. It was pay-per-view-esque of a promo leading to the match. The match was splendid. It had no bad parts, really. I maybe would have had Kingston gone over. I think we can stretch the story out a little bit longer. I don't know where this is going to go. I could do without the Archer part after, but I love this. This was a damn good start to the show.
To give Eddie Kingston with some more props. I love that when Pac I forgot what the movie did to set him up. Might have been a regular slam. But as Pac was climbing to the top rope, Eddie kept trying to like no, like he knows where this is going. He kept like reaching, like fuck, this is over.
Did he say no, don't? No, don't.
And then splash. That shit was clean.
He just gets everything down pat. I agree with you. I like the vignette at the beginning. Even if this is your first time watching Dynamite, they were able to put over their feud within a couple of seconds of the show. So that was a perfect open to this match. And this match was honestly one of the better openers to Dynamite in a long time. I will say that I preferred New Year's Smash Night 1 more than this show, but top to bottom, this was a more well-rounded card and felt more like a special episode of Dynamite than last week.
Yeah, I think, I would have had Kingston go over, if only for the fact that Archer's not going to run out. And apparently Archer and Pac are going to continue this alliance, even though it feels like it's no longer necessary since Pac won the fucking match. Like, okay, yeah, great. I won. Well, is that the whole point for the babyface to fucking overcome?
Yeah.
He just did, and that's the end of it. Then here comes Archer. Why? We need to get on the same page. Why?
The only thing I could think of is there's a double cross. And Archer's going to double cross Pac.
I agree with you guys that Eddie Kingston should have won this match, but I got what they were going for, because the commentary, and this is one thing that I don't think we say often on this show. Okay. The commentary has been much improved.
Especially this match. Yes, JR was very invested in this match.
It's amazing.
JR overall is it seems ever since he made his dive criticism, he's been trying to put over the talent a lot more lately, it seems like. And here he put over the fact that, and Excalibur put over the fact that Pac is one of the guys that have a singles victory over Kenny Omega. So him winning here makes sense. We already set up the kind of storyline between Omega and the Death Triangle, with him beating Pentagon in World Title Eliminator, beating Phoenix last week. Now he has one other guy. They're 2-1. Omega only has a one-match advantage over Pac, so there's that history there. And hey, if they're going to give us another TV match between Pac and Omega, I am all for it.
I hadn't considered the Pac and Omega aspect. I guess that makes more sense with Pac winning. I still like my double cross thing. I'm hoping, but that would feel too reminiscent of Hobbs that we just saw. But they do that.
They're on the show.
Yeah, but see your JR comment. It's amazing what happens if we can start the show with a really good match, right? Get JR invested, get him into the show instead of having something cheeky and divey or
just like LeBron's feeding the big man early.
Yeah.
He was involved last week with the 8-man tag opener. He wasn't saying any of his criticism. He didn't sound annoyed. He sounded invested in that as well.
That was a good match. That was a good match though.
Yeah, the thing with the Archer thing, I think they're setting up a number one contenders match between Pac and Archer. Maybe next week or the week after, and then the winner of that. I think Omega's next title defense probably should be at like Beach Break, and I think that's where we do Pac versus Omega 4 at Beach Break, and then probably Moxley would be the guy that gets the Revolution title shot.
Another reason I think Kingston should win over, this is going to play into the end of the night, but a lot of these groups, which I love almost all of these factions, they are rather inept, quite frankly. The Family, Team Taz, don't get me started on Inner Circle. They're all very, like, 50s, very fumbling over themselves.
We'll get to with their segment. I love their dynamic. Their dynamic right now is hilarious as they infight, but they're still together.
Yes.
It's like everybody wants to be the alpha male in that group, which I like the dichotomy difference between that. The Family is all together, and they still left on the table the Family versus the Death Triangle, because they still haven't done that 6-man tag. So they really, in the post-match, they set up 2 matches. They set up that 6-man, and they set up Archer versus Pac. So I like the match itself between Kingston and Pac, and I like the post match because I'm all for setting up stories, and a lot of segments did this a lot where they set up multiple matches in one segment, and I like that about this show.
Yeah, I'm half in agreement. I like the match. And I like most of those matches. So I guess I'm 2/3 in agreement.
Good. Oh yeah, Chucky T versus Miro.
Alright, I just criticized the booking last segment. I will do the opposite of this segment. To me, first of all, it was a good match. Surprisingly good match. Miro...
This is one of the better 3-minute matches.
Was it only 3 minutes?
Yes, it's only 3 minutes. But literally, you knew in the opening minute how Chucky T came out with so much fire. He was like, oh man, he's about to get murdered.
Yes, and it was perfect. Chuck is I don't want to say the weak link of this group. But
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll say it. He is.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Felt like Miro continues to lose weight by the week. He looks more and more like fucking some yoked up monster every week. I love the way it looked. Chucky felt like a fighter. He's tough, he's gritty, and he's outclassed significantly by Miro. So the finish, which apparently came in 3 minutes, I did not know that. It felt longer than it was, apparently. It worked for me. The only thing I wish, small complaint, is I wish they would have had... What was your suggestion? I didn't like the fact that something only happened if Chuck lost. That nothing happened if Miro lost, because it kind of gave away, well, yeah, there's no stipulation, so Chuck's going to lose. That's how that works.
The suggestion was whoever the loser was would be the butler. So
what's it called, Young Boy?
Yeah, Young Boy.
Well, he has nothing he's preparing for, Chucky T. So this was all about Miro, and Miro was a heel in that segment in basically talking him into it, like getting him so amped up. He was really angry because of what they did to Trent. It did kind of give away the finish, but you understood the sensibility in both guys. Miro was trying to talk him into something, and he played on the anger of Chucky T, and Chucky T, with so much bravado, was just like,
wanted him to go away. Oh, yes, sure, whatever, beat it.
And this is going to bring out more of his comedic side, which is his strong point.
I gotta be honest, outside of the open to this feud, which I think was the video game, which was dumb, I really enjoyed this feud. I can't even tell you how much I've enjoyed it, strangely. Wait a minute, because we would kill if this was Kevin Dunn. At the end, Miro is apparently dragging his cocksucker away by his hair, and we don't even get to see it. What the fuck? Why are we just staring at his face when he's just handing out, he's dragging his cocksucker by his hair to the back, which is a great visual. Maybe you can't have it on TNT, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I think that's a TNT thing, maybe.
He turns out a woman. Chuck's a grown-ass man. He's got titties, so what? This way we go. That shit was fantastic.
Right in your ass.
Oh, that was fantastic. What was next?
Next was Carney Matt Hardy and the Private Party.
This is the most I've enjoyed Matt Hardy. Like, this 2 minutes, however long it was, that's the most I've ever liked Matt Hardy. Like, it didn't feel over the top. It was over the top, but in a wrestling kind of way. It didn't feel over the top in a wrestling kind of way. It felt very like if Vince McMahon was an agent, which I'm here for. Like before he made it big. And it... How can I say this? A villain who doesn't think he's a villain, which is what I'm here for. He just believes I'm here to help. And if you two dumb darkies would listen to me, I could help you. I'm here for heel agent.
It's not my fault. You didn't read the contract. You should have read the contract. What?
Go ahead.
I let you have your third parties.
30%? Go ahead. Give that his credit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. As someone who has only enjoyed Matt Hardy previously as Cruiserweight Champion Matt Hardy with the Magnitude followers.
Jesus.
And nothing in between.
18 years ago.
And nothing in between. Because he stinks. Money Matt Hardy, which I'm assuming is still the gimmick here, the agent. That's fantastic. This is fantastic work. I'm here for it. I was worried a few weeks ago that they might break up Private Party because it would look like they were pushing Mark Quinn. If we can just keep and push Private Party because maybe they want to prove themselves or overcome this contract with Matt Hardy or whatever that's going to lead. This is great. This is great. And I'm here for all of it. The Snoop Dogg thing was hokey last week, but this is fantastic.
Big Money Matt, or Carney Hardy, as I'm going to call him, is the best iteration of Matt Hardy in AEW.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The only good one in AEW.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to defend Matt Hardy. I'm not going to do that. Up next was the Inner Circle, I would imagine.
Yes.
As much as they bothered me, the last fucking... When did Jericho lose the belt?
Forever ago.
February.
Jesus! Okay. Wow. So it's been about a year since I enjoyed Chris Jericho and company. I really like this segment. And I think it kind of recontextualizes, if I use a big word, the entirety of this MJF storyline. Because this feels like one big time waster. And I'm here for it. I'm here for fucking... You get 2 hours every week. Let's waste some time. Unless Britt Baker gets cut, then we don't do that. But otherwise, I'm here for it. And a 6-man tag match? Not 6-man, but 2-2-2? Triple threat?
Yeah, triple threat tag.
I absolutely love Santana and Ortiz in this segment because this is something I've been preaching for months. Is that and Sammy Guevara was awesome.
Yes.
Calling Jericho a tag team slut. And Jericho wanted the tag team titles with MJF, and Santana and Ortiz are just like, we're the tag team. That was perfect. Hager saying just championships.
Yeah, that was cute.
Everybody fit their roles perfectly. Even Wardlow was smiling when he mentioned that Wardlow beat Hager last week. Like, it was just everybody was on point in this entire segment. Sammy, of course, with that line with tag team slut. The news coming out that Jericho tested positive for COVID, and Excalibur saying when Jericho comes out, for my public safety, I have to say something. Just perfect timing.
Yeah, Excalibur's really good recently. I know you're not a fan, but I like Excalibur.
He's bothered me less lately.
Jesus, that's good. You didn't get it, huh? Fair enough.
Yeah, I love that Wardlow's not factoring into a tag team. Number one, I think that's my immediate call out. I don't love the Inner Circle against itself match so much, but
Just continue your Wardlow point. I love that he didn't talk.
Yes,
Love that he didn't talk.
yes. Let's keep him safe from all these shenanigans. The Sammy Hagar thing, it was cute and clever and hilarious. I mean, that's hilarious, right? Hagar, money. But yes, to your points, right? I personally, while they were entertaining as a tandem, I didn't much enjoy their matches. The Le Sex Gods thing, and then Jericho was teaming with Hagar afterwards. Like, to me, that never made sense, because, like, you have a tag team.
The same one missing, man.
Huh?
Same one missing, man. Oh, you mean,
Yeah, you have Santana Ortiz. All your Inner Circle tag team matches should be solved by Pride and Powerful, right? So, I'm here for Santana stepping up, because Santana's a goddamn star. Maybe not the star now that you have Wardlow and MJF, but Santana's a goddamn star in that group, right? He needs to get pushed. Ortiz can be his young boy, I guess. But have him speak up, have him take umbrage?
Yes.
Have him take umbrage with the thought of another tag team, albeit however unofficial. They should have had the tag belts. So yes, all for that.
Doesn't mean does Ortiz, Santana feel distinctly different than almost everybody else in the group.
Yes.
He feels like
Real.
yeah.
Like a person.
He feels like the NWO and WCW. It just feels like this is different. It's weird. He's a star.
Yeah.
You're right. I got him see it.
He's not just a character. He's a star. He's like, no, am I shooting? You don't know.
Is he that sassy about it?
Yeah.
He feels real, so that I love Santana. I've always been a fan of his. I'm a fan of Ortiz, probably more than you guys, but
I love Ortiz.
I think Proud and Powerful should have been in the tag team title mix for a long time now, and if this leads to that, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
What did MJF? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
They're one of the few tag teams that have a victory over the Young Bucks, so it makes sense.
So does Proper Party. They've had it for forever.
They got their win back multiple times. Right.
They made sure that happened. Nick and Matt Hogan.
Terminator Matt.
Oh Jesus. What did MJF say? I totally know what that is too. I just know I died laughing. I totally know what that is.
Was it the Sofrito thing or?
Yeah, something like that. I totally know what that is. The Dark Order thing, where they're gonna have Hangman make his decision next week. I gotta be honest, I'm hoping this is part of a long-term thing, but I don't trust Tony Khan, so I doubt it. I really wanted fucking Anna Jay to be the new leader of the Dark Order. I just really... Did you mention that last week?
Yes.
You mentioned it, and then I immediately went yes to all that. And it looks like it's going to be kind of like by committee, assuming Hangman doesn't join, or it's going to be Evil Uno again, because that worked so well the first time.
Yeah, that failed miserably the first time, so I hope it's not Uno.
I'm so in the middle when it comes to Hangman in the Dark Order. Like, I think the Dark Order should be a babyface stable now that, yes.
Wow.
They have to be. With Brody gone, they have to be. But I just feel like there's two missed opportunities due to the untimely passing of Brody.
Okay.
And it seemed like this whole storyline was leading to Hangman versus Brody when Brody returned.
Right.
That's one.
That would be
and
fun.
two, John Silver is an absolute star. He's a future top babyface, in my opinion. And he was going to have his Batista turns on Triple H.
Wow.
With Brody Lee.
I thought Cash jumps out the window. You just jumped out the window. John Silver?
Yes, John Silver. I believe in this young man. This young man just steals every freaking segment he is a part of. He did it here, and he does it every week. And I just feel like that's a missed opportunity that we're not going to be able to get. And he can't turn on Anna Jay if Anna Jay is the leader. It's not going to be as impactful with Evil Uno because they don't have that type of relationship that he had with Brody Lee on camera. So it's a complete missed opportunity. But if they are going to go ahead with the Dark Order as a babyface stable, it does make sense for Hangman to join them and assume the leadership role. And eventually, after this whole super elite deal with their infighting or whatever's going on with them, the eventual team that goes against them could possibly be the Dark Order with Hangman Page.
Now, you've seen more Hangman than I have, in general. This is going to sound really fucked up, and I'm trying to think of somebody. You know what? I did find somebody else. I was going to say Kyrie Irving, but that's has a lot of bad connotations. So I will go with Kevin Durant. Hangman feels like he's very talented, but he's not a leader, especially of a group. I don't see that in him. So that's what concerns me of him being the leader of the Dark Order, which is why I prefer Anna Jay. I gotta be honest, I prefer Evil Uno to fucking Hangman Page. I like him being in the group with Brody as the leader. That's not happening anymore. But I don't like him as the leader of the group. He doesn't feel like a leader of the group. You know, he would be the star, obviously, by miles.
He's going to be the star, so that's why I said he would assume the leadership.
Yeah.
I was going to say probably, but I am. I'd be overbooking this thing a bit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Right? I agreed with your original idea. Anna Jay makes sense, especially as the only woman, because Tay Conti just won't join. But as the only woman of the group, and she's 99, she's the great one. It makes sense for her to be the leader, I think. Mm-hmm. I prefer Dark Order as heels, but if face Dark Order gets Hangman Page, even as the leader, I'm here for it because he still has a drinking problem. So there's still stories that can be told because decisions can be made because he's under the influence, especially if Colt has the role of keeping him drunk, which we saw in that segment, right?
How is the babyface keeping him drunk?
So Hangman, even better, Hangman's the babyface, but they're still kind of like tweeners, right? So they're keeping him drunk. It's like, should we do this? And Hangman's like, I don't know, or I don't care. And they're like, yeah, that's right, right? And they keep pouring him alcohol, and they keep running amok, right, doing whatever they're doing, right? I think we can go. There's so many branches on this tree. We can go so many places. But I don't know about Batista and John Silver. John Silver is.
Oh yeah, we gotta get back to that.
Yeah.
But can I Vince McMahon your Vince Russo nonsense right now?
No.
Or we can just have Hangman be the leader of the group, Evil Uno as his consigliere,
Which is his role.
Yes, as his consigliere, but he's trying to lead Hangman down a dark path that Hangman is too drunk to follow.
Yes.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yes. A dark path he stumbles down.
Now, John Silver, what? You got him as like a main event level guy? Because that's what Batista Triple H is, your main event level guy. Wow.
If Brody was still
right.
here,
You think that turn would have been that level?
That turn would have been AEW's.
Yeah. So, yeah, obviously.
I just think that if there was fans in the building, John Silver would be like Orange Cassidy type of popularity at this point.
I agree.
I'm glad you used that example. So I don't know a lot about Tony Khan and that much about AEW. I watch Dark, I watch Dynamite, but I don't research them or interview anybody or whatever, right? Check out True Heel Network for that. I don't know what the glass ceiling is in AEW, but like Orange Cassidy has shown us, there is one. So John Silver, I think, would be hitting that glass ceiling.
Orange Cassidy, to be fair, this was a guy that people like you're fans of, Jim Cornette, said wouldn't work on television. In period. He never even said couldn't be a champion. He set the bar so high or so low that Orange Cassidy had to eclipse that, and he did, and he proved Jim Cornette wrong, which happens a lot when it comes to AEW, guys. Just want to mention that. But he already exceeded that. So it's not about there's a glass ceiling for him. His character wasn't even supposed to achieve this level of greatness. And winning a feud with Chris Jericho is similar to winning a title, it seems like, because they don't really put him over. They don't let that many people go over on Chris Jericho, Darby Allin being one of them. They kind of choose who they have go over their established stars in Moxley, Omega, Jericho, Cody.
Jim Cornette's not going to be interviewed by the True Deal.
No. I did interview him. Despite my affinity. Wait, what? What is that? I was talking over it. What? I didn't catch it because I started to talk.
I said he won't let you interview him. You're Hispanic.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, he does feel like that kind of phony liberal kind of guy.
Despite my affinity for the cult of Cornette, and I do disagree because I enjoy Orange Cassidy as a television performer, but he beat Chris Jericho and then went back to accompanying Chuck E. T. Like it didn't go anywhere. We had 3 matches, which was too long, and it didn't go anywhere.
Private party.
Well, to be fair, it's not in front of fans, so we don't know what would have happened if it was in front of fans. We could have seen him get more or win the TNT Championship, but because it's not in front of fans, his victory over Chris Jericho is something that they could still harp on and bring back up. For now, the plans have it for other people at the time. So
for me, it's there's characters, mostly the mid card, right, that we all grew up with, past 20 years watching wrestling. There's people that are good to a role. I think TNT champion Orange Cassidy, perfectly fine, right? TNT champion John Forrest Silver, perfectly fine, right? But these are not like top of the card main event guys. So going back to our original point of this 3-way conversation here, I don't know about the Batista reference. I think John Silver is fun to watch, and he's somebody that should be on television every week, featured for a few minutes. I don't see Batista.
I mean, maybe.
Or that kind of push or that kind of storyline. Like, I just keep him mid card, whatever. He can be the muscle, literally, for the group.
No, he cannot. He's got a lot of muscles, but he is not the muscle. Not at 4'3". That's not happening. Sorry.
All I will say is that I think bringing up Orange Cassidy, I said just his level of popularity, because Orange Cassidy was voted the most popular wrestler of 2020 by PWI.
Jesus, seriously?
Reason why I'm saying John Silver is a future star is because Orange Cassidy, folks, is 36 years old.
Mm-hmm.
What?
John Silver? Yes. John Silver is 29. There's more equity in building around John Silver long term than there is Orange Cassidy.
He's 5'2". I'm not building around. Is he Rey Mysterio? I'm not building around him. They didn't build around Rey Mysterio. One of the greatest characters I've ever seen in my life.
An individual named Rey Mysterio. We've had Daniel Bryan. The requirement to be a star is totally different.
How tall Daniel Bryan?
Hovers over Rey Mysterio.
Huh?
How tall Daniel Bryan?
He's 5'8".
How tall is John Silver? Not 5'8". I don't know what he is. He ain't 5'8". Don't do that.
He's 5'7".
I'll maybe give him
He's
that.
fine height.
Yeah, I might give him that.
I thought he was like 5'6", but whatever.
Closer to that. Alright, we'll see. We got a lot of years apparently. He's only 29 years old. Jesus, if you had to tell me who's younger, Orange Cassidy or fucking John Silver, I would have lost that one. By a bit. Orange Cassidy's clearly black.
I guess Orange don't crack.
Nicely done.
Next was Callis, Omega, and the Young Bucks.
The segment of the night. Just this 3-layer segment just accomplished so much in a 20-minute span, from the backstage promo with Callis subtly. He does things so subtle.
Yes.
I love Don Callis. He's one of my favorite characters in professional wrestling. Right?
No, you guys deserve your own entrance.
You guys are World Tag Team Champions. Kenny Omega's best friends. Let us go out first.
They got me.
They did.
They got me. He saw it coming, and he posed like this for forever. Because they took forever for the payoff. And I'm like, what? Are you having a stroke? What's going on?
Well, to be fair, I'll be honest. I didn't see it coming at first. When Callis says, you guys make your own entrance, that felt very, I want my guy to have his own entrance. That's what I thought. And then we got the fantastic Omega entrance, which I'm glad we got. North Carolina, I live for everything. It's the only thing worthy Justin Roberts does the entirety of the fucking show. Everything else is disgusting and overdramatic.
14 straight victories. I just love the stats now.
Yes.
I wanted him to say, like, this is the 37th time Dave Meltzer has given his match 5 stars.
I thought I was hoping for that. Did he, by the way?
Yeah, he did.
Of course he did. You know what?
It'll be on next week.
Yeah. It's 5 stars. It was 5 stars.
It was a really good match.
One of the best TV matches that I've seen in quite some time.
Yes, I'll give it that. 5 stars on the 7 sub scale, which is a pretty good match. Was that 83%? Anyway, yeah, first of all, everything about his entrance, by the way, from Justin Roberts to the cheesy music, to these girls dancing off beat in these awful outfits, to Omega standing there looking like a nerd in his leather outfit. It's a fantastic, fantastic entrance.
The pre-music before the theme.
Yes! It's so gross.
Yes.
And I'm here for all
the warm-up.
And then Callis comes out, and he gives the Young Bucks this fantastic intro. That's what I picked up on. I'm like, okay, this is clearly like the Young Bucks. We haven't heard AEW tag champions or his AEW friends, anything AEW related. Give it to me. Give it to me. And here come these guys. I didn't like Tony Khan being shocked in the back. These guys are wrestling on a national TV program. Your national TV program. How are you shocked that they're here? Shocked that they're wrestling? There's people ringing the bell for them to have a match. Does Don Callis have some type of special power in AEW? Is he a VP or whatever the fuck? No. Okay, then why are you shocked? Besides the fact that you want to get on fucking TV now.
I wasn't too much like he was shocked. He was more upset. Yeah. He was more peeved than that.
I was just thinking peeved.
Why?
More than anything.
Why? Should you? Why?
The Young Bucks the last 2 weeks have done a great job of emoting emotions without saying anything. And they have just like
solid.
But for somebody who's so peeved, the 3 of them, they were like, I'm really upset, but let them ring the bell. Let them start the match.
Why do you know this? If you know this was coming, why'd you fucking tell your vice president that fucking the Good Brothers are having a tag team match? I'm just saying. I wish I didn't rip on Tony Khan last week, so this would seem a lot more
genuine, heartfelt.
Yeah, fresh, less emotional, less hokey, less Cornettish this week. Because he earned it this week.
Oh my God, stop it.
Why are you on TV at all? Let me ask you something. If fucking he's removed from that segment, that 5 seconds after long he's on TV that bothers me so much, is it any different? Outside of the fact that it's better.
You're ridiculous.
The Young Bucks getting screwed over. They didn't see it coming. They don't sign any fucking checks. What the fuck? We were gonna have a match. Is Tony Khan gonna have a match? Then stay away.
We should have all saw it coming because even on the pre-match graphic, it's Omega and Callis and it says the Elite in action.
Yes.
And it doesn't show the Young Bucks.
It said that last week too. There was no Omega. It just said the Elite, which I'm here for. The match was fine. I don't know who that guy is.
Danny Limelight?
Yes. First of all, his name's terrible. Get rid of that. But he is a star. I've said it before. You don't see it apparently. I see it. I see a star, especially over the other two.
And thank you, because I talk to people who just so clearly only watched WWE in their lifetime and got upset because they were like, oh my God, these guys are in the main event for Impact and they can't even beat these guys in 3 minutes. It's like, you never watched WCW or NWA because literally Ric Flair had 15-minute matches with Joe Janitor every fucking week.
That's
how you put new people over. That's how new people
and these
get
are
opportunities. Alan Angels got a fucking job because he kicked out of the V-Trigger, and people made a big deal over that. That didn't kill Kenny Omega's career. Kenny Omega's one of the biggest stars in wrestling right now, isn't he? So
he is.
Get your head out of your asses, people. This is how you put new people over. This is the best that Danny Limelight has looked. This is the best that Brian Pillman Jr. has looked. This was the biggest opportunity for Griff Garrison. That's why I said the whole three-part segment. The backstage segment, the match itself, putting over the guys they were versing, because clearly Omega and the Good Brothers wasn't taking it seriously, and this was another good job by commentary in saying that they're making Omega do all the work here.
Yes. Yes.
He was in the match for 80% of it and bumping everywhere for everybody in this match. So, and then the post-match, great stuff.
You will testify on my behalf. Flair was my exact example. And Triple H from 2000 is my other example. Just,
yes.
You have a great match with Taka Michinoku. Who gives a fuck? You're the champ. You're not going to lose anything. People know you're the guy. So just do it. And Omega to me is that guy now. And he has been. First one, Ray Phoenix. Nah, obviously that's a level up from fucking Limelight. Ugh.
Danny Limelight.
Ugh. But fucking, he made him look good. And Limelight, he's got some talent about himself. You said Griff Garrison's. What was your example?
Not mine. I got from the internet.
Okay.
They referred to him as a young Edge.
First of all, don't throw it on them. You co-sign.
He has the look, definitely.
You know what? Immediately we just saw it. He has the look. That's it. That's it.
He has that young Edge 1998 look.
Yes. Now, there's a long way to go, talent-wise.
Tattoos also.
Yeah, that's what he's missing from his main event pushes. Anyway, post-match. What happened post-match?
I love
Everything
every
happened.
single thing about this post-match.
Moxley came down.
I like Moxley coming down.
And having no fear that it was 3 on 1.
Jesus, me and you on the same page outside of Tony Khan. We're on the same page today because Moxley came down like, I'm about to get my ass kicked, but it has to be done. I've got to do this because fuck these motherfuckers. And it worked out just like I thought it would until the dummies came from the back.
Lucha Bros coming out, I enjoyed that as well because Lucha Bros are former Impact Tag Team Champions. They're representing AEW, but also getting revenge for Omega about to attack Phoenix last week and had cooking with the family last week. So that worked for me. The Young Bucks coming out and trying to stop Moxley, but not attacking Moxley. They was just like,
yes,
we're trying to protect our friend here. We're sorry. Calm down, relax. You'll get to him. And then the Lucha Bros say none of this shit. You guys are dirty too.
Yes, you fucked too sweet last week. Take this foot to your face. I'm here for it.
And then Omega and Callis walking away as all the chaos continues with the cherry on top of everything.
Scampering away.
Oh, just
like,
alright,
I'm out. My other two friends got laid out.
With the spark pulling me.
It's so fun. It's so fun. The last 2 weeks, Omega and Callis, I'm gonna say, have saved themselves. But I was a little disappointed in the run up to this point, up until last week, and then these 2 weeks have been very patchy, quite frankly. You know what I'll say about this? You don't talk about Edge tomorrow? I'm never gonna let that go.
I was not on the Edge bandwagon. I
said
said something that the internet had said.
You said, I think he's gonna be next.
Nah, I did not say that. I said I can't wait till we fast forward to the point where he's more like Edge.
No, you said where he's Edge. And then I said, fucking Edge? And then you said, I didn't say that. Edge light. I'm like, yes, you did say Edge. I was here when you said it. I'm right here on the couch. How dare you?
I don't know what you're more upset about, comparing John Silver to Batista or him comparing Griff Garrison to Edge.
Tony Khan being on TV is what he's most upset about.
Yes.
Yes, and I see that.
I'm hoping for an Eric Bischoff thing, where Tony's in on it too.
No.
I don't know if you can pull off heel though. He looks like.
I think it would be too much with Callis already there.
But he's the benefactor. He's the money, which was Bischoff's role, right? He's like this paid advertisement by.
But Bischoff coming in killed the role for Ted DiBiase, so I don't want that to happen.
I love that he wanted to protect Doug Callis.
I don't want that to happen to Callis. The next segment, this was the only thing I have criticism for on this show. Really, It was hit and miss.
Wow.
I think that would be.
Don't get me wrong. Your Goat Baker, she was phenomenal in this.
She's only the second best person in this, by the way. Reba's fantastic.
Reba as Ed McMahon was hilarious.
Yes. I will say this before we even talk about what happened. This to me would have been better if this was like a segment later or a couple segments before. Because having 2 pull-aparts back to back is preposterous.
Thank you. That was my first complaint of this. I was like, this is good. I liked everything up to the pull-apart. Like, I was like, Jade Cargill looks like a star. Just don't have her talk. I'm sorry.
Like at all. Like at all.
Yeah, she needs work.
She needs work. She's still young in the game, but she looks like a star. If she didn't talk, I would just maintain the star aura around her.
Yes.
All she could have done is just come out, and not even with the mic, say all that shit without the mic, and just push Cody. That would have been perfect.
Just black girl mush him in the face. That would have been, you know what?
Getting that opportunity, I really enjoyed that. I like all of that because they established the relationship between Red Velvet and Brandy before this. And I've interviewed Red Velvet. She's been on this channel, so I'm all for people I interview and then them get a bigger push.
That's why she's getting the push.
Yeah, secretly.
I love. You know what? I think I'm with you up to this point. I think I loved all of this. I love Red Velvet coming to defend Cody, since Cody's not gonna punch a woman in the face, no matter how jacked that woman is. When they forget the pull apart, the fact that Jay doesn't just take Red Velvet and throw her through the set,
absolutely
bugs the shit out of me. I'm so annoyed. I'm just so. And we gotta pull them apart. Why? And how is Red Velvet doing better with all these people than Jade is?
It should have been Jade pummels Red Velvet, and then Cody tells people to pull Jade off of Red Velvet, not pull them apart. Just pull Jade off of Red Velvet, and then Red Velvet could have done the same thing, like finally get up and then start attacking.
Like she
now
was
that Jade's being held back, that would have made this better. And I would have accepted back-to-back pull-aparts if it was done in that way. The way it was done was just
awful. Yeah, awful.
And then the transition from that to the promo by Thunder Rosa, it just felt off. It was just
it was very
awkward.
Yeah, so you would probably solve that with Go Bigger going into her spiel again, and then be interrupted by Thunder Rosa. Instead, it was like a video package of her getting beat up. Yeah. Then Thunder Rosa is talking.
It was like a video game and you hit X and you got to the next screen.
Yeah. Who books the women's division? Who do you want me to blame instead of Tony Khan this week?
It's usually either Kenny or Brandy, so I'm guessing it's just Kenny right now.
Yeah, Kenny and Khan.
Hey, I'm gonna give the women's division credit because if 8 weeks ago you told me there would be 3 different women's feuds in this division, I would have said you're bugging. You're bugging. They don't care that much, but they care now. It
was well done. It was well done. Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was waiting because it's like I love the waiting room from the minute I saw it on Dark. Okay, I was like, I want this on Dynamite. Ed McMahon, Reba, fantastic. Dr. Baker, Dr. Goat, Britt Baker, fantastic.
It's a gross thing.
She was just on as comedic timing.
Yeah,
her saying to Jay, you wear stuff like this to every dentist office you go to?
Right. She's fantastic. The fake pyro for Cody, contractually obligated. Right? For Cody. Cody not really get... them putting over the other show, gross, but he comes out immediately interrupted. Jade there, who shouldn't talk, right? But she's a star, yes. Now, personally...
Okay.
The star that Jade Cargill looks like, I think, was going to be wasted to begin with on Brandy Rhodes, who should not be wrestling. But the fact that she's out, thankfully.
No Brandy on TV for 9 months.
Right? The Red Velvet thing, who, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she lost that feud to Brandy in the first place, so... As far as your television audience is less imposing than Brandy frickin' Rhodes, stood toe-to-toe with this Amazon, Jade Cargill, instead of being washed immediately. I don't think Brandy had any business as Jade's first feud. I less think Red Velvet, who I enjoy to an extent, has any business as Jade's first feud. I don't know what that solution would be, but it was not. Granted, we have to suspend disbelief.
Suspend disbelief.
Suspend disbelief, but it didn't feel realistic, especially when you want to double down and make it competitive. And then, yes, not have anything to transition whatsoever to, okay, segment, and I thought it was a commercial. Thunder Rosa just showed up on television.
I thought they like buy something in the production truck. Like they just put on something old. Dude. It's like, what?
Yeah, I was like, what happened? Oh, this is live. Okay. Because it was just a replay. It was just a replay of last week. I thought they just had a production outage.
Well, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was. This was just very hit and miss. It was hit with Baker, hit with Jay looking like a star, and then it was just missed with Red Velvet being competitive with her, and then that transition from that to the Thunder Rosa promo. Thunder Rosa's promo was good.
I liked it a lot.
And I like Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker on the special event that is Beach Break, and the fact that that's the first major match that they made for it, once again, builds importance with the women's division. And I hope it's the first of many matches. I hope that one of these ladies is the next women's champion. Now I just hope that one of them are the next women's champion, and then this match becomes a pay-per-view match, either at Revolution or Double or Nothing, because there's a level of animosity and physical intensity in that feud that hasn't been in any other feud in AEW.
Feels like they don't like each other, as it should be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to give Brandy a pass. And I'm going to give, I guess, Red Velvet via whatever a pass. Because remember, this isn't their feud. This is Cody and Shaq's feud. And they are happens on, or whatever the fuck. And because Jade is Shaq, Cody would use his wife, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Red Velvet is the stand-in for fucking his wife.
Yeah, I'm not as down on Jade feuding with Brandy. It's different. Brandy doesn't come off as a babyface. That's my issue.
Yes.
And Red Velvet, I think it's better as a babyface for Jade to overcome as her first big victory.
When they have this match though, this has got to be 3 minutes fucking tops. And that's me assuming Jade is confident in the ring. If she's not, a minute tops. Boot, whatever finish, done. Sorry, Red Velvet.
Yeah, a minute. And then back to your mama's kitchen.
You do love that, don't you?
I love that so much.
Straight from your mama's kitchen.
Especially while he's significantly less good than he used to be. With the gusto Justin Roberts gives it. Straight from your mama's kitchen. I love that. I'm here for that. I do like. It didn't get mentioned yet, and I want to make a quick shout out. I don't know if that's Millennial or Gen Z, but during the pull apart where Reba and Dr. Baker are on the couch with their phones recording, putting it on live or whatever that they were doing.
Yes.
Fantastic
It
touch.
worked. Absolutely.
Fantastic touch.
I want to say Jurassic Express is next.
Yes, it is.
Jungle Boy and Friends.
Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt versus FTR.
I haven't mentioned this on any of the shows I'm on. I'm so happy for that music change. That shit's gonna be over when there's fans in the building.
Yes. First of all, much improved fucking music. And not just that it's improved, he should have his own music. It's his music. He's the star of the group. Sorry, Luchasaurus, he's the star of the group. Even though they desperately try to be Marco Stunt's star of the group for some fucking reason. I gotta be honest, I don't want to sound like Cash. I don't want to sound like Cornette. And I don't want to sound like a fucking hypocrite. Because while I thoroughly enjoy Kenny Omega bumping around for the main limelight, I have the exact opposite reaction for anybody bumping around for Marco Stunt. I do. I fucking do. Unless it's by surprise. Like if you're fucking talking to somebody and he jumps up the top rope, even though it's only 12 pounds, and he jumps up the top rope, I'm okay with that. Any other bumps?
Worked here.
Okay.
I think it worked here because Jungle Boy used him as a tool.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But like actual offense, any punches of any kind, get off me.
No, that's why I think it worked here because Jungle Boy more or less used him as a tool to get offense on FTR. He did a low blow.
Yes.
He got believable offense on him, and I think that's more down to FTR just being like, we're not selling for him unless it's under these circumstances. So I enjoyed this match a lot more than I thought I would.
Same.
Real quick, I love on Twitter that Dax Harwood had a poll. Should I decapitate Marco Stunt with a clothesline? And the winning vote by a large margin was yes, save the business.
How much?
It was like 80 something to 20 something. Like
Jesus. That sounds alright. Especially people who follow fucking that.
Exactly.
Like I'm here for that.
I don't like the finish.
I don't like Marvel Stunt, so I didn't like anything really about this match except the fact that FTR won. I don't like that they needed help. Marco Stunt, I think, would annoy me less if he was heel. He, not Jurassic Express, he alone, miserable little short heel. Nobody takes him seriously, so he's miserable.
He has to work as a babyface.
No.
I enjoy the finish only because it continues the feud. And we can get Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus FTR, which will even give us a better match.
But doesn't beating Marco Stunt clean do the same thing? We weren't supposed to face Marco Stunt. We just beat the shit out of this little piece of shit.
Because you bring nothing to the group.
FTR has to maintain their heelness. The fact that they didn't need to cheat to beat Marco Stunt, but they still did, makes them bigger dicks.
Okay, I don't hate that, if that is properly explained. I didn't have to, but it's easier, so...
We felt like it. If they admit it, we just felt like it.
I don't mind fucking heels doing things because it's the easy route. Fuck it.
You know what would be great, though? They would end this with, you know how they do the spike pile driver? Except in this case, you know, they jump off the bottom turnbuckle.
You're a child. You're
really
a
trash.
giant child. Jesus.
This next match, one of the better women's matches that I've seen on AEW.
Wait a minute. Before you even continue that, I have to do my weekly, monthly, and yearly rant about how awful that fucking belt looks. That is the worst looking belt I have ever fucking seen in my life. It looks impossibly cheap. NWA cannot have any type of money or resources of any kind when they have a WWE replica belt as their championship belt with a little high school picture in the fucking middle. This is the ugliest. It makes AEW's women's title look like the big gold belt. It is a terrible looking belt. Sorry, continue.
You sound like Miss Chrissy Love. Miss Chrissy had a similar rant. She ranted about both women's titles because I was giving the women's division credit. I couldn't stand that without talking about the titles. So
Sorry.
Love the consistency. But
They stink. And the Joshi Princess Championship out there in Japan, too, which is woof. Woof.
So all I will say, Serena Deeb might be the most underrated signing of AEW.
I think
Because she has been the most she has taken the crown from Hikaru Shida as the most consistent women's performer in AEW.
No, Sheeta gave her the crown.
Tay Conte? Oh my god. I would just tell you, Chippy, this woman was in the WWE system, training at the PC for 5 fucking years, and we never saw any of this. We never saw a goddamn hint of this. And she just had her best match ever on national TV. This is the biggest mainstream indictment of the WWE system I've seen in quite some time.
Tay Conti. So I didn't realize she was in the system for 5 years. That's even more outrageous. But the 4 times we saw her on NXT, they hokied her up. They made her wrestle with like her black belt and stuff, and like just hilarious. She
had a black belt in judo, and they never let her do anything judo.
Yeah, but they made her wear the damn belts. like what are you doing?
I think that makes you seem more worthless.
Like very very jobber-esque, a jobber tier type of attire. And
look at you! That was actually clever.
Presentation.
You just different spelling of tier. I'm impressed by that.
Yeah, it was just woof. And now, especially if she would just finally join Dark Order, we could have another star that won't be fully utilized in the women's division.
You don't feel like she'd be playing second fiddle to fucking the splendidness that's Anna Jay?
She
I
would.
think so.
Yeah.
I think they're building like a year out
to a feud
in their main women's feud.
But
wow! First of all, there is no main women's feud that doesn't include Britt Baker, especially a year from now. She get hurt again? God damn it! She tear ACL again?
On the way there, and again, we have to go backwards now. There's a rewind. If you had just given Britt Baker her belts so many months ago,
I'm not gonna argue with her,
right?
I think she wins the belt at Revolution.
Yes, but
I think Britt's gonna win the title at Revolution after she beats Thunder Rosa at Beach Break. We get Thunder Rosa and Britt maybe at Double or Nothing, and then down the line, I think Anna Jay is next in line after Britt.
Okay. Is Double or Nothing next pay-per-view?
After Revolution, yeah.
Okay. We still gotta go backwards, right? If Sheeta had lost the belts, 6 title defenses or whatever it's been earlier where she should have, and Britt Baker would have had her women's title. What we could have been doing here is we could have had a 2-woman power trip. We could have had.
Why are you booking? Stop booking.
Anna Jay and Tay Conti with their belts leading to that feud that you mentioned.
How did Colt Baker get the belt and then the other 2 have the belt?
Well, she'd lose it to one of them. But Baker should have long ago had the belt.
And she should lose to Anna Jay or Tay Conti? That's what you do with Colt Baker?
There'd be shenanigans with the Darby.
That's enough out of you. All right, you fucking. I gave you the belt for 12 seconds. You fucked it up. That's the fucking Colt Baker.
Reba fucked it up.
Fucking I will say this. We had this argument before. I don't want to do any booking. I don't. Maybe it's because how far she's fallen. They shouldn't take the belt over Nyla. If you had nothing fucking after that, I'm very disappointed. And you were fucking saying they should. Boom. I didn't forget.
What?
Really, the only thing they did good with Sheeta was the Thunder. She peaked after the Thunder Rosa feud to me.
Yeah,
bro,
it's a shame.
Sheeta had what was it, 2, 3, maybe 4 good months with the belt. But it's been so long. She should have lost the belt so many times.
Do you know how many men put it on?
Anybody else at this point because she got stale.
No, this is not Vince Russo. We're not just giving people belts to make it exciting.
Okay, let's go through the.
It like she's Jinder Mahal.
Let's go.
She's not that awful.
No, she's super Cena Sheeta
to Baker. Baker's been injured. She's still getting her footing. They're waiting for her to be at a perfect point to give the title to her.
Okay, who's the last 4 people she defended against? Abaddon and what are the other ones?
Abaddon's apparently terrible in Courtney Sid as a wrestler.
Big Swole.
Can't do
Big
that.
Swole. Okay,
can't do that.
Can't do Big Swole. I'm with you there.
You can't do Abaddon either.
I would have at this point, but
no.
Who else?
No.
As a
Did
character,
you not watch the match last week?
as a character,
Characters don't wrestle.
as a transitional champion,
Characters can ruin a whole main event division.
as a transitional champion.
Transition from Abaddon to Goat Baker? Oh, Goat Baker versus Abaddon?
I understand she's a babyface to you, but she's not to the rest of the world. I literally have to say this every time I'm on the show. It's for the majority.
She's a babyface. Goat Baker's a babyface, apparently.
I know they both start with the M, so you get confused. But majority is not Marcus.
We kind of fucked up Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb was splendid this match. I know we talked a lot about fucking Goat Baker and Sheeta and Abaddon, apparently.
Deeb is phenomenal.
She's very talented.
She hasn't had a bad match yet.
I thought, but Tay Conti looked really good in this match. It's because I expect less from her than I do Serena Deeb. Those kicks she was throwing, god damn. She would have taken that motherfucker's face off.
This would have been the match of the night if not for that main event.
Was that right after this?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about the main event before I go off on Khan again.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go off, but I got you. I'm not gonna go off. In fact, I'll say it now. It's not even a big deal. I'm just gonna throw it out there rather matter of factly. How cool would the finish have been if that was the 3rd time we saw Sting? How cool would that have been if that was the 2nd time we saw Sting? I'll give you 3. I'll give you 2 before this. First time coming out, it's snow, and then some other time point. If this is the 3rd time we saw Sting, how cool is that finish? Neither here nor there. Anyway.
So much more cooler, yes.
It's Sting again.
That match was awesome. It was one of the better TNT Championship matches that I've seen.
I was so mad when fucking Cage lost because I think this is going to be the last match they have for a while. And I want to see that match forever and ever. I can just watch that match forever. I did love it.
The finish, because people didn't realize it until someone on Reddit said it, and I think also Dave Meltzer said it on Wrestling Observer that that was the whole beginning of the feud. The whole beginning of the feud was the fact that Taz was trying to explain to Darby why he lost to Cody on a crucifix. He tried to put Cody in a crucifix, but Cody crucifixed him, and Taz was trying to explain, well, it's a simple move, and Darby was like, I know what I did wrong, and walked off and disrespected him. That was the whole
I did not catch that.
The whole premise for the feud was how this match ended 9 months later. Just that's long-term booking.
I have another Tony Khan complaint then. Why didn't we include that in the fucking video package we did before? We did the task thing, why don't we just include that one online? That's not his fault, I'll blame it on some
It was in the video package that was on the road too, but yeah, they should have had that part in the
yes.
on that.
I will put that on Khan, he's got a lot on his plate. I blame it on whoever that Kevin Dunn is. That match is fantastic. Darby bumps like a psychopath.
Darby is the perfect opponent for Brian Cage.
I was telling Cash,
does not look like that much of a monster.
I was telling Cash this. I was like, he ain't gonna last long, but the 3 years we get to watch Darby is gonna be really fun. This shit is gonna end horribly. He's gonna be a mangled fucking mess. Skateboarding is safer than the shit he does in the ring, with relative ease.
Yeah.
That power bomb, the gorilla press. The gorilla press into the table was one of the best spots I've seen in quite some time.
Yes.
With the chairs just sitting there, as Cash pointed out.
The chair's just there.
Just there. He could break a leg, like, Jesus.
Yeah, no safety precautions. Taz didn't like clear out the chairs or anything. Like, it was just
nope.
What happens happens.
Amazing.
You said this is one of the best TNT title matches we've seen. I'm gonna double down. This is one of the best matches on TNT that we've seen.
Okay, I'll give you that.
This is up there. I don't know what their top 10, top 20 list is because they do have a lot of bangers, but this is definitely going to be on whatever countdown list for their best matches.
It was fucking splendid. It was fucking splendid. I felt like Cage dominated as he should have throughout. He's got a 100-pound advantage as they fucking built up. Two throughout the show. I thought Taz's commentary was really good, as always. Him being parts mean, parts analytical, parts ridiculous hypocrite. Fucking Darby doing this stuff, fucking coffin drop on the steps to the outside. And then fucking Taz goes, it's not disqualification. And then JR points, well, he get disqualified. He wouldn't get the belt. All right, hold there by Cage. Just like, oh, jeez. Taz is awesome. All that was fantastic.
That coffin drop, by the way, I love that there's no theatrics with Darby Allin in anything he does. It's just move. It's just a video game, right? The directional buttons on his joystick does not work. He does not taunt. He is outside, ring apron, up, down, move, done, right? It's fantastic. I forgot what my earlier point was besides this, but it's just yes, they perfectly complement each other. The 3 years we're gonna get for Darby, fantastic. Like you said, they are. Oh man. Oh, Taz. That was my other point. Taz's explanation too for why they can't be around ringside, right? That why Taz needs to be on commentary and Will Hobbs has to be in the back, right? Like I loved all the little details that
I did
were
like
in this
that
too.
I did like the explanation. Well, yeah. You know what? That makes sense.
Everything was on point in this. Darby's offense. Darby only taking like 10% of this match, but yet still got over because he kept kicking out at one. That was just great storytelling.
Yes, the middle finger, very solid.
Him just bleeding and beaten down and just perfect visuals.
The middle finger, we had this thought. I had to remind him of exactly what. But let me know if you had this thought. I immediately thought of Vince McMahon at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Or the Royal Rumble?
But no, Valentine's Day Massacre.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre with the flipping off of Stone Cold.
Yes, forces Stone Cold to stay.
Yes.
I didn't. Yeah, that's a pretty good visual. I'm trying to think of another time I saw it. I'm sure I could think of one back.
Like, stay, keep kicking my ass. Sting hasn't gotten the cue yet. Like, to come out.
This match in general reminded me, and this goes back to our early days of going to independent wrestling, Morishima versus Daniel Bryan matches. That's what it reminded me of a big guy beating the shit out of little guy not taking much offense, but everything he did was realistic.
Yes. It felt violent.
I remember that show. I got a picture with Kenny King at that show.
This was... Okay.
Cheap plug.
This was, we talked about JR earlier. JR was very invested in this match. He even pulled out in the damn match. Yes, as you should have. Because, to be honest, it doesn't matter other than Darby. This was Marco Stunt. You feel like, Jesus, you can just let him, all right, in this match, it's over.
Let him live.
Yes. Sting comes out.
Again, it's Sting.
What does JR say? It's snowing at the end of the show. Oh, it's snowing. Yes, that's my reaction, JR. That level of enthusiasm.
Yes, it's snowing. I want JR to do my weather.
Every week.
It's snowing.
It's snowing again.
I love the visual of Sting Snow with Darby's music. That was just, it just worked for me as an ending.
That was pretty cool. Sting's slowly getting more and more involved. This time he got physically involved in the match. Is he going to wrestle? What do you think? I feel like he has to have at least a couple matches, right?
He definitely is.
He has to have some type of match. I think they're building to Revolution being Sting's debut.
How long ago from now is that? Is that the beat break, I would imagine?
6 weeks.
Oh, that's not that bad. Okay.
Tag match with Darby?
I thought a 6-man tag at first, but they removed Cody from the storyline, which I'm not
happy.
I'm not mad at.
I just want to tell you, it's Darby!
Okay,
Same
I'll wrap things up.
They're the same
Give
character.
a plug.
They're the same character.
You gotta keep selling it, it's over. Flopped miserably.
My battery is dying. There's other things that piss me off besides Marco Stunt, Joey Janela, Sonny Kiss, Matt Jackson, and the like that I rant about. I have a bottom 5 every week in my wrestling rants. Go give it a follow. You're probably going to disagree.
I would say so, yes.
Yes, you're on True Hill. Check out a whole bunch of our other stuff. I got my exclusive interview with Diego Del Sol from AEW Dark. We talk about AEW, talk about his involvement in the Bullet Club reunion, as well as Sammy Guevara's vlog, and check out True Hill Heat, our weekly podcast, this week with John Duffy of Diva Dirt and Sportskeeda Wrestling.
Post your comments over down below. Like, share, subscribe.